One of the greatest things that I do to reduce my stress is to get out here in nature. This is actually, this is not a green screen. This is actual nature. So one thing that I do to reduce stress is to get out into nature. But another thing that I do is my mindset. And one of the hallmarks of my personal mindset, and you can take it for what it's worth, and if you like it, implement it into your life. But it is a philosophy that I want to excel, but not compete. Let me say that again. My goal in life, for me, is to excel in whatever I do. Excel in doing YouTube videos or excel in memory competitions. And there's a word competition in the word competition. So am I competing? Hear me out for just 1 second. My goal is to always excel, do my best, whether it's producing videos, whether it's in my work, whether I'm giving a speech for a company, whether I'm doing my job, whether I'm learning something. My goal is to excel. It's not to compete. Let me give you an Ernest Hemingway quote, and maybe this will make a little bit better sense. Ernest Hemingway said, "There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is in being superior to your former self." Competitions are great. And there's nothing wrong with competing. There's nothing wrong with it. But the mindset that I use is I'm using this competition with this other person to measure my progress of myself. It's not about beating them. It's about me progressing. Now, I'm not going to tell you that if your desire is to beat someone else or outdo somebody in a competition, that's wrong. I'm just telling you my mindset. And here's why. I am in control of if I get better. That's something that's within my control. But I am in no control, really, of somebody else. So for me in business, to reduce my stress, I focus on myself. I don't focus on my competition. I don't worry about what my competition is doing. I don't even look really hardly at all to see what my competition is doing. I don't go check out their YouTubes. I don't go check out their blogs. I don't really follow them for any reason. Because it doesn't matter. It's not about them. It's about me. When I showed up at the 2009 USA Memory Championship, I had trained hard. And I really felt like if I hit my numbers, I was going to win. When I walked in, people were asking each other. They were like, "Hey, Ron, how has your training been for numbers? How's your training been for cards?" They were trying to size me up. Did I feel confident? Did I feel like I was going to win? And I'd give them my answer. Well, this is how my cards have been going. This is how my numbers have been going. And they'd be like, "Oh, okay." But that day, I don't think one of them realized, not once did I ask them, "How's your training been going?" Because I didn't care. I wasn't trying to size up my competition. I knew that if I hit my numbers, I should win. Matter of fact, I even walked by the trophy that day, the USA Memory Championship trophy, and I pointed to it and I said, "You're coming home with me." Because it was just all about focusing on myself. It was all about competing with myself. And I knew that if I did that I would win the tournament. Now, if I showed up at the USA Memory Championship today and I just competed against myself, would I win the tournament? Probably not. I'm not at a training level that I used to be. There's nothing wrong with beating others in a competition. But my mindset is always to excel, get better at me. Get better at what I can do. Why? Because I can control that. It is within my control to get better. And then I measure my progress against myself. If that is your life attitude, I think it's going to reduce your stress. Because you will always be stressed and you will have anxiety about things you cannot control. You'll start looking at your competition. You'll be thinking, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that they're doing this or they're doing that or they're doing so much better than me and they're excelling." Well, maybe they're doing better than you because they had some advantages you didn't have. Maybe they had people helping them along, or they came from a different family that you came from, or whatever. Maybe they had advantages you don't have. It's not fair to compare yourself to other people when it's not a perfect comparison. There's no such thing as a perfect comparison. Excel Don't compete. Now, I'm not here to tell you that if you love the thrill of competition and you love winning tournaments, that is wrong. I'm not telling you that at all. I love the thrill of competition. I love to win at jiu-jitsu matches. I love to win memory tournaments. But the victory is not in being superior to my fellow man. The victory is in being superior to my fellow self. That's just my personal attitude. I'm not telling you that needs to be your attitude, but I'll tell you it reduces my stress. It makes me a lot more of a content person. Benjamin Franklin had a quote, and he said, "Content makes a poor man rich. Discontent makes a rich man poor." Now, what does that mean? Well, let's say you don't have very much money. You are poor, but you are content. You're happy. Well, all of a sudden, you become rich. Because you're content, you're happy. Now let's flip that around, and let's say you were a very rich, wealthy person, but you're discontent, you're not happy, you're not at peace. Well, then you're going to be poor, and you'll be poor because that's not real wealth, that's not real happiness. And it also could be literally you're going to get poorer because you might start spending your money, spending your wealth to try to make yourself happy. And that's an endless bottomless pit. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Imagine this. Imagine if I hit a financial goal and I made a certain amount of money for the year and it was the most amount of money that I'd ever make. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am so happy. I am so happy I made that much money. And then somebody says, hey, Ron, do you realize that your friend over here, they made 3 times that? Oh, well, now I'm sad. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparing yourself is the thief of joy. On the other hand, I would be like, oh, they made 3 times as much as me. Good for them. But guess what? I'm still happy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Discontent will make a rich man poor. My goal is to excel, not compete. I compete in the sense that I am competing against myself, and I'm trying to get better every single day and improve myself. But as Ernest Hemingway said, there is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is in being superior to your former self. Now, why is all of this important to me? Because it reduces my stress. That outlook gives me a peaceful outlook. And if I can have this outlook, and if I can have this peaceful outlook, my brain's going to function better. If my brain's going to function better, I can think, I can create, I can grow, I can memorize, which is what I do for a living. I memorize stuff. I can memorize better and learn faster if my stress level is low. I have a memory course called Black Belt Memory if you want to learn to memorize too. I'll put a link to that in the comment, and you can get my Black Belt Memory course and earn a black belt, like in karate, but get one in memory. Comment down below. Tell me what your philosophy is on reducing your stress. Tell me if you liked this. Did you get some good ideas out of this video? Appreciate the thumbs up. And click the link down below. Get my Black Belt Memory course, or at least check it out. I'll give you a free gift just by clicking on the link and entering your email address. You'll get a free gift. I'll see you on the next video, guys. In my next video, I hope to make it better than my former self. I hope to make it really good. I want to excel, but I'm not competing with anyone. This is all about producing the best content that I can. I'll see you on the next video.